Welcome to Facts of Life, where the wildest secrets of the animal kingdom aren't just crazy, they're real. Today, we're diving into the most unbelievable animal facts that sound fake, but are 100% true. Trust me, you won't see nature the same way again. Picture this: Antarctica. Wind speeds over 100 miles per hour. Temperatures plunging below 40 degrees. A place so hostile, it feels like another planet. And standing in the middle of that frozen apocalypse is a bird. The emperor penguin is the only animal on Earth that breeds during the Antarctic winter, on purpose. While most mammals escape the ice, emperor penguins march up to 75 miles inland across solid sea ice to reach stable breeding grounds. They don't build nests. They don't have shelter. They choose the coldest, darkest time of year to raise their young. After the female lays a single egg, she carefully transfers it to the male and then leaves for the ocean. Not for a day, not for a week, for roughly 2 months. The male balances the egg on the tops of his feet the entire time, never letting it touch the ice, because even seconds against the frozen ground would kill the developing chick. He covers it with a warm fold of skin called a brood pouch and stands through relentless storms and total darkness. He does not eat. He can lose nearly half his body weight. And somehow, the egg survives. To endure temperatures that would kill a human in minutes, thousands of males form a tightly packed huddle that functions like a living survival machine. Penguins on the freezing outer edge slowly rotate inward, while those in the warm center move outward, creating a constant circulation that ensures everyone gets a turn in the relative warmth. There is no leader directing this. It's pure, instinctive cooperation. When the chick finally hatches, the mother may still be at sea, sometimes dozens of miles away. If she hasn't returned yet, and the father has not eaten in over 100 days, he can produce a nutrient-rich secretion from his esophagus, often called penguin milk, to feed the chick temporarily. A bird producing milk-like nourishment sounds impossible, but it's real. And when the females return, something almost unbelievable happens. In colonies numbering in the thousands, amid deafening wind and endless white ice, each parent finds its exact mate and chick using only sound. Every family has a unique vocal signature, like a biological password carried across the blizzard. As if surviving Antarctic winter weren't enough, emperor penguins are also extreme divers. They can plunge deeper than 1,800 feet and hold their breath for over 20 minutes. Their bodies are built to store extraordinary amounts of oxygen, and they can slow their heart rate and temporarily reduce blood flow to non-essential organs while hunting in the dark ocean below the ice. They are not just surviving the harshest environment on Earth. They are mastering it. In the most brutal climate on the planet, a flightless bird has accomplished what seems impossible. And once you realize what emperor penguins are truly capable of, you will never see nature the same way again. Imagine drifting thousands of feet beneath the surface of the icy ocean, where the water is almost freezing, the light barely exists, and something that looks like a tiny, glowing angel flutters through the darkness. This is the sea angel, scientifically known as Cleone limacina, one of the ocean's most mesmerizing and misunderstood creatures. Despite its heavenly nickname, the sea angel isn't a mythical being. It's actually a type of free-swimming sea slug. Unlike most sea slugs that crawl along the ocean floor, sea angels evolved to live their entire lives suspended in open water. Instead of a shell, they have transparent, gelatinous bodies that make them nearly invisible to predators. And those delicate wings aren't wings at all. They're modified feet called parapodia, which they flap gracefully to fly through the sea. Sea angels are small, usually only about an inch long. But what they lack in size, they make up for in survival skill. They thrive in some of the coldest waters on Earth, including the Arctic and parts of the North Pacific. In places like Alaska and northern Japan, they've even become cultural icons because of their ethereal appearance. But here's where the story takes a darker turn. Sea angels are specialized hunters. Their primary prey is a creature called the sea butterfly, another small floating snail. When a sea angel detects its prey, it undergoes a dramatic transformation. Its head splits open, revealing hooked tentacles that shoot out to grab the sea butterfly and pull it in. What looks like a gentle, floating angel suddenly becomes a precise, almost alien predator. Even more fascinating is their resilience. Sea angels can survive in waters that would freeze most marine life. They produce natural antifreeze compounds in their bodies, preventing ice crystals from forming inside their cells. This allows them to remain active in temperatures hovering around freezing, a remarkable adaptation in a rapidly changing ocean. Yet, despite their resilience, sea angels are vulnerable. Because they rely so heavily on sea butterflies, creatures with delicate calcium carbonate shells, ocean acidification poses a serious threat. As carbon dioxide levels rise, the water becomes more acidic, weakening the shells of their prey and disrupting the balance of this fragile Arctic food web. So while they may look like tiny spirits drifting peacefully through the sea angels are both predators and survivors, symbols of the beauty and fragility of life in Earth's coldest oceans. In the silent, frozen depths, they continue to flutter, small, transparent, and extraordinary. The crocodile is not just an animal. It is a survivor from a dead world. Before humans walked upright, before mammals ruled the land, before birds learned to sing, crocodiles were already here. Their ancestors crawled out of the Triassic period over 230 million years ago, sharing the planet with dinosaurs. When the dinosaurs burned, froze, and vanished, the crocodile stayed. Its body plan was already perfect. Evolution didn't need to fix it, only sharpen it. These ancient predators descend from archosaurs, the same lineage that gave rise to dinosaurs and birds. But while their cousins chased speed and flight, crocodiles perfected patience, stillness, ambush, absolute control. What you see today is almost identical to what hunted prehistoric rivers millions of years ago, and that should terrify you. Crocodiles reproduce with a brutality and precision that mirrors their ancient roots. During mating season, males bellow so deeply that the vibrations ripple through the water like underwater earthquakes. Females choose dominance, size, power. The winner earns the right to pass on its genes. Eggs are laid in carefully constructed nests of mud and vegetation. And, unlike most reptiles, crocodile mothers stay. They guard the nest violently, attacking anything that comes close. Lions, hyenas, humans. When the eggs hatch, the mother gently carries her young in her jaws, those same jaws capable of crushing bone, and places them into the water. It's one of nature's most chilling contrasts, tenderness wrapped in a weapon. But don't mistake protection for mercy. Crocodiles are cannibals. The weak are eaten. The slow are consumed. Even siblings aren't safe. In droughts or territorial disputes, adults will kill and eat juveniles without hesitation. Survival belongs only to the strongest. This is not cruelty. This is efficiency. Their day-to-day life is deceptively calm. Crocodiles spend hours, sometimes days, motionless. Heart rate slowed, muscles relaxed, eyes just above the surface. They are calculating every ripple, every vibration. When they move, it's explosive. A crocodile can launch its entire body out of the water in a fraction of a second, delivering one of the most powerful bite forces ever recorded, over 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's stronger than a great white shark, stronger than a lion, stronger than steel restraints. Once they bite, they don't let go. They perform the infamous death roll, spinning violently to tear flesh from bone. Limbs are removed. Prey drowns first, then is dismembered at leisure. Their diet is anything they can overpower. Fish, birds, antelope, zebras, buffalo, other predators, even sharks in saltwater environments. They don't hunt often, but when they do, something dies. Crocodiles are deeply territorial. Males battle for dominance in violent underwater clashes, slamming jaws, ramming bodies, biting tails and limbs. Losers are scarred, driven off, or killed. Territories mean access to mates, basking spots, and prey routes. Control the river, and you control life and death. As parents, crocodiles are paradoxes. Mothers fiercely defend young for months, sometimes years. Fathers patrol territories to keep rival males away. But once protection ends, the young are on their own, and many won't survive their own kind. Their instincts are ancient and ruthless. They do not feel panic. They do not hesitate. They operate on timing, pressure, and opportunity. Crocodiles can hold their breath for over an hour, sense vibrations through specialized receptors in their jaws, and survive months without food. Their immune systems are so powerful they can heal from wounds that would kill most animals outright. And their impact on the environment is immense. Crocodiles are keystone predators. They control prey populations, prevent overgrazing, and even shape river systems by creating pathways and pools used by countless other species. Remove crocodiles, and ecosystems collapse. Throughout history, humans have both feared and worshipped them. Ancient Egyptians revered Sobek, the crocodile god of power and fertility. Nile crocodiles were said to drag warriors from boats during battles. In Australia and Africa, legends speak of river monsters that punish arrogance and reward respect. Even today, crocodiles kill hundreds of people every year, not because they hunt humans, but because they do not recognize us as special. To a crocodile, you are just meat that stepped too close to the water. This animal has outlived mass extinctions, climate shifts, ice ages, and humanity's rise. It doesn't roar for dominance. It doesn't chase glory. It waits, silent, ancient, watching. And long after we're gone, the crocodile will still be here. They look like monsters torn straight from a nightmare. But the truth is far stranger and far more fascinating. In the deserts of Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and the American Southwest, an ancient hunter races across burning sand. It has 10 legs, jaws like bolt cutters, and a speed that makes shadows struggle to keep up. This is the camel spider, also known as the wind scorpion or sun spider. And despite its name, it is not a spider and not a scorpion. Camel spiders belong to a little-known order of arachnids called Solifugae, a lineage that has survived for over 300 million years, long before dinosaurs ever walked the earth. One of the first things people notice is their size. Some species can reach nearly 6 inches in length, and when they run, Often at speeds over 10 miles per hour, they appear even larger. But much of what people fear about them is misunderstood. Those terrifying jaws are called chelicerae, and pound for pound, they are among the strongest biting structures in the arachnid world. They use them to crush beetles, scorpions, lizards, rodents, and even small birds. They don't inject venom. Instead, they chew their prey alive, liquefying tissue to drink it like a protein shake. Camel spiders are pure predators. No silk webs, no traps, just speed, strength, and relentless pursuit. They are mostly nocturnal, hiding from the brutal sun beneath rocks, burrows, or even inside human boots. Ironically, despite being called sun spiders, they actually run toward shadows, often chasing humans simply to escape the heat. Their legs are covered in sensory hairs so sensitive they can detect vibrations from prey moving several feet away. And those extra legs you see? They're not legs at all, but pedipalps, used like hands to grab, climb, and taste the world around them. Camel spiders also have an insatiable metabolism. When food is available, they eat until their abdomens visibly swell, sometimes doubling in size. In harsh desert environments, missing a meal can mean death. Perhaps the most shocking part of their life is reproduction. Mating is violent and brief. In some species, the male must physically immobilize the female to survive the encounter, while in others, cannibalism is a very real risk. Despite their fearsome appearance, camel spiders are not aggressive toward humans. They do not seek us out to attack. But if handled or trapped, they will bite in self-defense, and that bite can be extremely painful, capable of breaking skin with ease. No venom, no myths of screaming, no jumping at faces. Just an ancient, hyper-adapted predator doing exactly what evolution designed it to do. In a world of venomous fangs and silk traps, the camel spider relies on something far more primal: speed, hunger, and jaws that never hesitate. And long after the desert cools and the wind settles, they are still running. Far beneath the cold, dim waters of the North Atlantic lives a creature that looks like it crawled straight out of prehistory. This is the Atlantic wolfish, a living relic, a predator built not for speed, but for power, patience, and survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Wolfish ancestors appeared over 50 million years ago, during a time when Earth's oceans were dominated by armored invertebrates and crushing jaws mattered more than chasing speed. While many ancient predators vanished, the wolfish endured by perfecting a single brutal strategy: bite harder than anything else around you. Its skull evolved thick, reinforced bones, and its teeth became less like blades and more like tools, designed to crush, not slice. Those teeth are the wolfish's signature. Long, fang-like canines line the front of its mouth, while massive molar-style teeth in the back are built to pulverize shells. Sea urchins, crabs, clams, lobsters, nothing armored is safe. When a wolfish bites down, it doesn't hesitate. Shells explode, spines snap. Even sea urchins, avoided by most predators, are devoured whole. Despite its monstrous appearance, the Atlantic wolfish is not an aggressive hunter. It prefers ambush and patience, lurking near rocky crevices and cold seafloor caves. Its eel-like body allows it to snake through tight spaces, while its thick skin and reduced scales protect it from sharp rocks and struggling prey. But where the wolfish truly defies expectations is in how it reproduces. Unlike most fish, which scatter eggs and abandon them, wolfish form long-term pair bonds. Mated pairs guard a single nest together. The female lays thousands of large eggs, and the male fiercely protects them for months, sometimes up to half a year, fanning them with oxygen-rich water and attacking anything that comes too close. This level of parental care is almost unheard of among fish, and is one reason the species has survived for so long. When threatened, the wolffish doesn't flee. It opens its jaws wide, bares its fangs, and lunges. Divers describe the sound of its jaws snapping as bone-chilling. Its bite is strong enough to crush shellfish and easily injure predators, making even sharks think twice. The Atlantic wolffish is not fast. It is not sleek. It is not graceful. But it is ancient, resilient, and perfectly engineered for a world of cold darkness and crushing pressure. This is not a monster of myth. This is a survivor of deep time, still biting, still guarding, still ruling the ocean floor. And that's another wild journey through the animal kingdom. If you enjoyed these amazing facts and want to discover even more incredible creatures, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Facts of Life, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next adventure. Comment below which animal you want featured next. Your choice might be in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay wild, and I'll see you in the next one.